What is going on, everybody? Happy Monday. Welcome back to Blitz the Books. We are excited for a new season of the 2025 college football season. Mike, how you doing today, buddy?
Man, I'm pumped, Wade. Super, super pumped. As y'all know that watch Dueling Aces, our bread and butter is baseball, but we love some college football too. And excited today. Going to hit on 5 futures bets for you guys to whet the appetite a little bit. We're just 12 days away, Wade, from week 0. August 23rd is right here upon us. Got a handful of games kind of get us going that day. But yeah, here in the coming days, we'll take a look at some week 0, week 1 best bets as well. But yeah, excited to get going, buddy. I'm excited for another season here on Blitz the Books. Can't wait to see what new winners we can pick this year.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think we're outside of the future show that we're going to do today, Thursday. We will present a couple of our week 1 bets for everybody. So if you guys are looking for those and want to grab those before the show, make sure to come follow us on X. I know Mike has released his in article form, so make sure to go grab that. Also follow me over on X. You can join through a free link on my description, and you can come grab those free picks inside the Discord right now before we release these. We had a pretty good year last year with the show, so I think hopefully we can run that back this season. I'm pretty excited. We actually have a lot of futures and week 1 games that we both like in similar fashion. So I'm pretty excited to get this going. I'm going to actually start us off. My first pick of the future. I'm not sure exactly what the odds are now, but I like Clemson to win the ACC. Gave that out at plus 115. Little side bonus. I gave them out over 9.5 wins at minus 150. I'm pretty sure that's juiced right now. I'm pretty sure there's nowhere near minus 150 for that anymore. So obviously, other people agree with the Clemson at least winning 10 games. Now, obviously, to win the ACC, they have to make it to the championship and win the conference championship game, which I like a lot. Clemson enters the 2025 season as one of my favorite teams that look to build off last year's success. After a few seasons below their usual standards, the Tigers appear ready to take back the ACC for good, led by experienced quarterback Cade Klubnik and guided by offensive coordinator Garrett Riley. The offense is expected to make a significant leap. While losing their top runner from last season, their running game remains strong. Their defense front boasts elite talent and depth, providing balance on both sides of the ball. Their schedule is also very favorable, with 2 of their toughest matchups of the season being their first and last games of the season. I believe a matchup at Georgia Tech will likely be a close one, but outside of that, Clemson has a chance to reel off a nice win streak within the full season. If they handle the games that they're expected to win, they should be able to reach 10 realistically, and I think it should put them in strong contention for the ACC title game.
Yeah. Lots to like about this Clemson team. Dabo Sweeney's kind of taken some heat in the last couple of years, been subpar for him. But man, oh man, the cupboard ain't bare, way. They've finally got some recruits in there. Dabo's kind of been slow to adapt to the changing as far as he's not really wanted to be a big time portal guy. But man, he's got serious QB coming back in Cade Klubnik, could be a Heisman candidate. A lot of talent out there on the outside at wideout, a lot of talent on the defense. Yeah, I could see them having a big time year. Definitely like both those plays, like that over 9.5. I think you can still find that decently priced out there in the market. I don't know how juice, but yeah, I think that's a good number there. And yeah, to win the ACC at plus money, I know it sounds crazy. I think what did you find? Plus 115. It's not often I would think that's a bargain to win a conference title, but really it's them. I think it's them and everybody else. So I mean, you should be sitting pretty with that number. Anything plus money, I think is good there. So, yeah, good find there, buddy. I like it.
Yeah, I think using the collegefootballdepth.com website that we were talking about off air, out of their entire schedule, the only game that they are outmatched offensively, defensively, and special teams is the very first game, LSU. Um,
Yeah,
Outside of that, SMU is the only other team in their conference that has a projected better offensive rating than them. Everybody else in the team, the all conference that they play, they have a higher offensive, defensive, and special teams and overall ranking overall of these teams. So I think Clemson's going to run through this conference this year and they should be in the title game. Whether they win that game or not is we will find out, but they should be in that game.
Yeah, I love it. And that opens up possible hedging opportunities if you want them. You might get in that game, and Clemson could be, anywhere for a 4 to 7, 7.5 point favorite. You could always take the other side, try to shoot for a middle there. That's one
Sure.
good reason to play these futures. You get more options later in the year. But yeah, I like going that route here for the ACC. Yeah,
Very
it's
nice. What is one of your favorite futures? Because I know you're on
yeah,
quite a bit. So
yeah, my favorite is fading Rocky Top, man. I'm gonna say Tennessee Vols under 8.5. You can get -110. I think got a couple books still hanging around out there. Ended up getting it +100 a few months ago. It hadn't really moved that much, but doesn't really scare me. We know all about Tennessee's QB situation. Nico Iamaleava says he wants a better NIL deal. He whines and complains, and Josh Heupel basically told him, "Hey, don't let the door hit you in the butt on the way out." He just let him go. And so it's funny. He ends up going to UCLA and he gets a worse NIL deal. It's just so funny. It's like whoever the poor kid's agent is, which I think is his dad, it didn't really pan out too well. Don't use your dad as an agent unless he's an actual lawyer. Like don't do that. But anyway, so Nico's gone. They bring in a kid named Joey Aguilar from App State, who put up good numbers at App State. But let's face it, man, that's not the same level of caliber competition as the SEC. I think Aguilar could be in for a rough year this year just because there's not a lot left. There's one returning starter on that Tennessee O line that is not good. I mean, they got hit really hard. Larry Johnson, guy, one of their studs, ended up
hmm
going to Colorado. He's going to play with Coach Prime.
Yep.
And the big hits just kept on coming. They lost, of course, all world running back Dylan Sampson. He was a stud. They got a kid named Bishop that's supposed to be a pretty good running back. So maybe it's not too big a downgrade there. But really, depth. This is what scares me about the team. Depth is an issue, especially in linebacking core. Their depth, as you talked about, CFBdepth.com does a good job of just rating out the whole starters, backups, third string, that kind of thing. The linebacking core's got a depth, I think, of a C minus, so that's not good. Got a decent tight end, but my goodness, the defense lost a ton as well. 5 guys transferred out. Dante Thornton ended up going to the NFL, and they lose James Pierce, one of the best pass rushers in SEC history. So Tennessee, I just think it's a rebuilding year, and the schedule. Everybody's schedule in the SEC is always brutal, but you just take at first glance. You got to play Georgia, got to go at Bama, got to go at Florida. So those are two really tough road games. Those are really 3 games they could lose, probably will lose, I think. And then other games that are no slouch at Mississippi State, at home for Arkansas. Keep in mind, Arkansas upset them last year. And then, I know it sounds crazy, but I think Vandy can give them a run for their money, man. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just the hobbyists come back for Vandy, and that finale there is a rivalry game. You never know; anything can happen. But yeah, I see Tennessee probably getting the 7 wins. If they're lucky, they get 8, but I just don't see them getting 9. So I played under 8.5, and yeah, feel pretty good about it.
I like that a lot, my man. That's a play that that I gave out as well on my
Nice,
article. I think
sweet.
I think they just gave out they lost too much. I don't think they're going to be able to compete in the SEC. And one of my main things about them was I just think their SEC schedule is just too tough. I'm not
Yeah,
sure
it's
they're going to
brutal.
be able to hang.
It's brutal. Yeah, it's just a lot of tough spots there, and a lot of them on the road as well. Hard to win on the road in the SEC.
Yeah,
So
just at Alabama, at Florida, and they've got to play Georgia and Arkansas, Oklahoma, like you said, Vanderbilt. I mentioned all those in my article. That's just I
yeah,
think
it's
that's
tough.
6 losses right there.
Could be. Yeah, could be.
I don't think they're going to beat Vanderbilt. I don't.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts to say that because Tennessee went to the playoffs last year. They went to the playoff, but they lose a ton. A
They
lot to the
might beat
NFL.
Arkansas. I think Arkansas is going to be really bad as well. I don't think Arkansas is going to win much more than 5 6 games as well. So I guess maybe they might be able to win that game, but they're not beating Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Oklahoma. I'm pretty sure they're going to lose at Vanderbilt. I'm feeling very good about that Vanderbilt game.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, yep.
All right.
Sweet. What's your second play, my man? What do you got for the people here? Wait.
We are going to go to James Madison at plus
Hey,
325 to win the Sun Belt.
I love it. The
I
Dukes.
also I also did give out the over 7.5 wins as well, but the main play here will be for them to win the Sun Belt. Look, James Madison comes and continues to emerge as one of the stronger programs in the Group of Five conferences now they call the Sun Belt. After Coach Signetti left for Indiana, James Madison has really kept it rolling entering the 2025 season. The Dukes are bringing back a solid core of players, especially on offense and defense, that provides experience and leadership. Their style of play emphasizes physicality and discipline, which has allowed them to control the tempo of most games and limit mistakes. And with a manageable schedule in the Sun Belt and a winnable non-conference games, they should have enough talent and depth to not only hit 8 wins, but I think they can hit more than 8 wins. I think they can at least find 9 this season and make a case to win the conference. When you look at their projected offense, defense overall, they have projected the second best offense in the league, right behind Liberty, and then they have the number two ranked defense right there behind Liberty. So a lot of these rankings could be off basically last year since we don't have much data going into this year. Um, College football depth thinks pretty highly of James Madison as well. Um, they're gonna lean towards the running game. I think they're gonna be very fast tempo team, and I just think overall their defense is going to be able to win most of their games this year. So I'm pretty high on this team, man.
Yeah, the Dukes, man, they really built I don't want to say dynasty, legacy, I don't know what have you, but since coming into, the Division 1A, and leaving the old 1AA or whatever, I don't even know what it's called now, but whatever it is, man, they've just been a force. I mean, my goodness, they just really, really. I've been impressed with how much depth they're able to build at a school that's not really, it's not a known school. They're still relatively new to Division 1 football, but man, oh man, they're not an easy out any Saturday. They're not an easy out. Yeah, I look for them to make some noise in the Sun Belt, the Fun Belt, baby. The Fun Belt's always fun to watch. Get a ton of high school games in the Fun Belt.
Yeah, and I didn't even mention their transfer quarterback Matthew Sluka. I really like. I know he had kind of a turmoil last season with UNLV when he left that
Mhm.
program, but he is a good quarterback. He left that program. He had 6 touchdowns and 1 interception at the time, so I think yeah, and he can rush to 45 attempts, 270 and a touchdown. So I think he's bringing. He's a senior, so I think he's gonna bring some good leadership to them. And I'd be shocked if they don't win at least 8 games.
Yeah, the fresh start will do that kid some good. That was a weird story. He had a great start there with the Rebels last year. And then in the middle of the year, he just kind of said he wanted more money. He's like, I want a better NIL deal. And I'm
It was
like,
like that, or like they weren't paying him or something. I think
yeah,
it
it's
was
like
more like
you could
they
do
said
that
that
in
they
the
were
middle of
gonna
the
pay
year.
him something and they didn't pay him.
Oh, okay. Maybe I had it wrong. I thought he just demanded a
No,
better NIL.
I think they made promises that they didn't keep or something.
Got
I'm pretty
you. Okay.
sure, but he only
Okay.
played 3 games and he
Yeah.
left very early,
Yeah.
which a lot of people thought UNLV had the better quarterback sitting behind him anyways. But that was just a crazy story here. But I think he's going to give him a fresh start, like you said, and yeah, we'll see if we can win. That's a nice plus 325 for you guys. Hey, sports fans, are you looking for free daily sports betting picks and the hottest promo codes for sports books in your state? Check out bettorsinsider.com, your ultimate one-stop shop for winning sports picks and unbeatable deals. Dive into free daily articles packed with expert predictions and tips to help you make smarter bets every day. Plus, we've got links to exclusive promo codes for every major sportsbook in your state. Why miss out on free money? Don't wait. Visit bettorsinsider.com now and take your sports betting game to the next level. Hit that link in the description, claim your promos, and make sure to like this video and leave a comment to help us reach more viewers.
Yeah, appreciate that, my man. Yeah, check out any of our sites. A lot of promos starting to drop for football season. A lot of fun stuff going on. FanDuel just released a nice one, actually, just about 3 hours ago. I put it up on our site. Bet five, get $300 in bonus bets if your first bet wins. There's no stipulation on that too, so your first bet can be like a -400, -300, whatever money line. You just want to make sure it's one that's high probability of winning, so you get those bonus bets. So yeah, check us out. We're ready to roll, and there'll be more offers dropping as we get closer to September. It's when they all start really beefing up those offers, wanting to get new players, and yeah, can't wait, man. Exciting time to be alive.
Absolutely. Now, what is your second pick, man?
Yeah, let's go with an over, shall we? Let's go with the Missouri Tigers over 7.5. Actually, played picked it up at plus 120. Was really
Wow.
shocked. They had a disappointing season last year. Brady Cook was up and down. He hurt the ankle quite a bit. Was just kind of in and out. Showed a lot of guts. But they didn't live up to expectations. They were kind of supposed to make a run for the SEC. Didn't happen. But man, I think this number is at least one win too short here. We get a decently easy schedule, especially to start for the Tigers. We get Central Arkansas, that's a layup. We get UL Lafayette on week 3, that's a layup. Week 2, I think, is pretty much a guaranteed win against Kansas. It's going to be decent, but their defense usually stinks. I think the dude should be able to run all over in there. Then we get UMass in week 5. That's another should be layup wins. So let's count those up real quick. That's 4 out of their first 5 games. Should be very easy wins. Heck, we only got to find 4 more rest of the season now in the SEC. Can be kind of tough, but I think they got the talent to get it done here. I like Coach Drinkwitz quite a bit. I know he's kind of a little weird guy, but I think the guy can coach. Yeah, could really see you get a transfer kid coming in from Penn State. Can really see Bo Prabula. I can't see his last name. Prabula. Can't really say him doing a whole lot, but heck, he had a little bit of experience with the Nittany Lions. He should win the starting job pretty easily. But the guy I'm really excited about, Big Waves, their running back, Ahmad Hardy. Nobody's heard of Ahmad Hardy. He's a transfer from UL Monroe, but this kid was an absolute stud in the Fun Belt last year. 12 games, over 1,300 yards rushing, 13 rushing touchdowns. Also caught 8 balls out of the backfield. He is going to be a stud for this Tigers offense. Also, on offense, they get a wideout from Mississippi State named Kevin Coleman. Ever really heard of him either. He comes in from Miss State though, had almost 1,000 yards, 6 receiving touchdowns. Heck, that's nothing to laugh at right there. And the O line could be pretty good. We mentioned CFBDepth.com. Highly recommend them. Their starters rank as a grade on that site. Their depth in the O line gets a B plus, and the defense should be pretty solid as well. We got them at the B at the linebacker
Mm-hmm.
position, D line, B plus, and defensive back.
Yep.
So a lot to like here about this
Yeah.
Tiger team.
Yeah.
The plus money is really what sold me. I just don't
Yep.
think if I was making this line, I probably would have made it over 7.5, maybe minus 160, minus 180 even. I like them
Mm-hmm.
to take wins this year, even in a tough SEC. Yeah, a lot to like about the Tigers, my man.
Yeah, I'd say if all else works out, WarrenNolan.com has them finishing at 9-3 this season, losing to
Hey,
only Alabama, Auburn, and Oklahoma. So they've actually
all
got
right,
them beating Vanderbilt
cool.
at Vanderbilt and beating Texas A&M and Mississippi State back-to-back weeks. So
Wow.
that Texas A&M game and I think the South Carolina game are going to get tricky. Lucky thing
Mm-hmm.
is they've got those at home. So
That helps. That helps a lot.
even with their projections at 9-3, I think I don't know if they're going to win both of those South Carolina and Texas A&M games, but I think they can win one of those. And as long as they win one of those, they'll still finish 8-4.
There
So
you go. That's
I'm
all we
actually
need.
going to jump on this one with you because I have not taken this yet. I'm not sure what the line is. It's probably not. If this is still plus money, I think people are crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's still plus money.
No
Yep.
way.
Yeah. Surprisingly, it is. I think they're just
I'm taking this right now.
yeah, it's out there. It's out there.
Yeah,
It's like,
I like it. Very good find. I like that. I think this Missouri team is very good. Like you mentioned on college football depth, they're rated high,
yeah,
man, on everything. They give their B's and A's almost across the board.
yep, yep.
They're a
You
B
can get
plus
plus,
overall team depth. I like their. I mean, they overall offense, defense. They're a top 25
yeah,
team and everything. So,
you can get
I
plus.
looked at the rankings. Most rankings have them sitting right outside the top 25 as well.
Yeah.
So, I think by week, I almost wish we could put some money down on this. I bet you by that week 4 game against South Carolina, we're gonna have two ranked teams playing each other.
Oh yeah, I think so too. Because I mean, in
I
all
think Missouri will
likelihood,
sneak
you
in
know,
to the top
they could
25.
they could very easily be 5-0 headed into their bye before Bama. You
If
know,
they are 5-0 heading into
5-0.
Bama and they beat South Carolina, they're gonna
Yeah,
be ranked inside the top 20 if that's the
they'll be
case.
up there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then we're
yeah.
sitting pretty because we only gotta win 3 more games the rest of the year. So that's where I just think the
If
schedule sets up nice
yeah,
for
yeah, yeah,
but yeah. No
yeah.
easy out in the SEC, but like you said, they got a couple key of those couple of those games are key and they're at home. That helps. Yeah,
They might
good
even
stuff.
beat I mean, I know they've projected Alabama to lose. I've seen people project Missouri to actually that's a spot that Alabama could slip up is at the Missouri game.
Yeah,
So,
it's a
I've
bad
seen a lot
spot.
of experts
Yeah,
actually like Missouri in that spot. So,
that's a bad
um,
spot for Alabama there. Yep, it sure
they've
is.
got they if to be honest, if things roll right, they could find 10 wins randomly. They really could.
Yeah, it wouldn't
They really
surprise me.
could.
Yep, wouldn't surprise me. I
And I
wish we
like
could
their
find
team. To be honest, I like their team better last year. I was really high on their quarterback and running back tandem last year.
Strader was a
Um,
beast. Cook was a
yeah,
beast. It sucks that Cook got hurt. That really
yeah. I
beat
just
a lot.
they just fell off the. Now they have two completely different guys, and it's like we're gonna expect them to be better. It's we'll see. But I like it. I'm very excited for this pick.
Let's
Very
go.
excited for this pick.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's go.
just very disappointed last year. Missouri was supposed to be better last year than what they were.
Yeah, yeah, it is, and I
Injuries
think
absolutely killed them.
it's a good buy low spot, and I think we're getting value just because they're not in the top 25. That's
Yeah,
usually if you're going to bet a over, it kind of pays to have a team not in the top 25, not getting much press, um, kind of get lost in the shuffle in the SEC. So I think it's a good value spot on them.
yeah. Plus, that gives them a
Yeah,
little bulletin board material to slap up there. Like a lot of people aren't really expecting Missouri to do much. So I like this spot a lot, especially plus money.
yeah,
Yeah, I'd probably play this up to minus 120. I think minus 120 is a good line. So if this
yeah.
is this, I'm shocked this is still plus money. This is crazy. You probably took that weeks ago.
I did, and it's still there. I can't believe it. It's I
Wow,
mean, plus 120 at MGM. It's plus 110 at DK. I think it's plus 104 at FanDuel. So it's still sitting out there. If y'all want it, jump on it. Merry
that's
Christmas, Happy
wild,
New Year.
man. All right. Well, our last play, I'm going to actually give out a playoff parlay, two teams to make the college football playoff. I
Go.
did a couple of these, and I think these odds are pretty nice. I do wish they were plus money. The other ones, all the other ones I put together were plus money. This is the only one that's not. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty strong about this one. Is Ohio State and Clemson both to make the playoff. Pairing Ohio State and Clemson to both make the playoff, I believe is a smart way to back two elite programs that have clear paths to get there. Both are juiced to minus 200 on most books, and I believe both have fairly easy regular season schedules and paths to get there. Clemson has the inside track in the ACC, and Ohio State's talent level remains one of the highest in the nation. I think if the Buckeyes can win one of their games against Michigan or Penn State, and avoid any slip up anywhere else, they should go 11-1 or 10-2 at the worst, with a top conference game title appearance, which should be enough to qualify for the playoffs. If Ohio State gets to their conference title game and loses it, as long as they have that 10-2 win, I still think they're probably going to get in. Um, I don't think I could not see Clemson. If Penn State makes it and they have to play Ohio State in the conference championship, I really don't think Penn State's going to beat Ohio State with James Franklin's issues winning the big game. But we will see. Maybe this is the year Penn State will finally get over the hump in the big games. Um, and then I just don't see a world where Clemson loses 3 games this season. I think 11-1 and 10-2 are absolutely on the table for them. I think it's on the table for both teams. Both teams have a chance to be 11-1 and 10-2 come around this time. Um, Even if Clemson gets to the conference championship game and they lose this year, I think 11-1 and 10-2, and if they lose to a Georgia Tech or something like that, I think they're still going to make it in as well. So I think outside of everybody else, maybe Georgia and Alabama, there's only a couple teams that can make it to the conference title game, lose it, and still go to the playoffs. I think these are two teams that are safe for that situation to happen. Like if Penn State makes it to the conference championship game and they lose, maybe they don't get in this year because there's other teams that are good like Oregon and Ohio State. So I just don't know. We just don't know how it's going to play out. Um, I just really feel safe about these two teams. If anything else crazy happens, that they can still make it in.
Yeah. We talked about Clemson a little bit. I think they're just in a class all by themselves. They're in the ACC. They may get a little bit of push from Miami, but even that, I don't really see it too much. And then
Hmm.
Ohio State,
Yeah.
just it's loaded again. Embarrassment of riches. NIL has really helped the Big Ten. The Big Ten, especially
Yeah.
Ohio State, Michigan, got some very, very wealthy donors
Hmm.
writing big old checks to get plenty, basically a you know open checkbook for NIL, and you're seeing it in the talent. I mean, we talked about it on the site we were talking about there. You know, they're running backs. They bring in a
Yeah,
stud
yeah.
like C.J. Donaldson from West Virginia, who was an all-world back for them, scored 11 touchdowns last year, and he's listed as the second string running back. It's like, what planet are we on? It's so weird. A guy named James Peoples is listed ahead of him, so they must be really high on Peoples. Uh, but it just shows you that's the world we're living in NIL. NIL college football, and that
My only
receiver.
reservation is if Sayan comes in and he just craps the bed
Yeah.
and he is just having turnovers and holds the ball too long and gets sacked, and now they're playing quarterback carousel. Maybe
Hmm.
Ohio State slips up and loses a couple more games than they normally, but
Yeah, it's
it's
hard to
hard
see
it's
it.
hard to not believe that. Their whole team is just so good. In
Yeah.
football, I tend to trust a whole team versus a quarterback. He
Sure.
may not be as good as Will Howard was last year, but I think they're going to lean on their running game a lot more this year. They did last year too, but I think they're going to lean on it a little bit more this year and maybe not put the ball in Saints' hands as much.
Yep.
Even though they got to get the ball to their wide receivers, so it's kind of a tough there. I mean, they got Smith and Tate, so they're
They're
gonna have to
loaded.
feed those guys as well. So, yeah, I
Loaded.
just I just trust Ohio State and Clemson both to make a run at the playoffs here. I think that's pretty safe. Minus 104 odds. I think that was on Bet 365. I think almost plus money. That this is like a 3 unit hammer spot. Honestly, I
Yeah.
would not be afraid to play either one of this. This is a good one.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, just the depth on offense and defense for both those teams. So on a normal college football program, you get an injury to a couple guys that derails your whole season. But when you have depth like Clemson, depth like Ohio State, you got a 5-star waiting in the wings.
Yeah.
Pay a crap ton of NIL money. It's plug and play. I mean, so these are the two kinds of programs that injury to a key player just doesn't. I mean, not saying it doesn't mean nothing, but it
Yeah.
doesn't derail their title hopes.
Well, that's
Uh,
what I liked about your Missouri play because I've actually got their page pulled up here on college football depth right now. And as you scroll through, if you look at their running backs, wide receiver group, tight end group, um, their uh, their defensive line group, their linebacking group, all the guys that aren't starters are still 3-star, 4-star. Like
yeah,
they've got
yeah,
plenty of depth, and that's why they have a
yeah.
B plus on team depth. That's why when you look at I mean, the offense has a B minus in depth.
Hmm.
I mean, their offensive line's a B plus in depth. Their defensive line's an A plus. Their defense is an A plus in depth. So
Hmm.
like, if any of
It's
the
great.
Missouri's defensive players get hurt, I trust that they're going to step up. Like that's why I think that's a really good over total look is looking at the whole team in general. I mean,
Yeah.
I think this entire show is going to sweep. As you know, I
Ooh,
like the
let's
Tennessee play
go.
as well. So let's go through a quick rundown, and we'll get out of here. But you gave out Tennessee under 8.5 total wins. I actually gave that out in my article as well. So if that gives anybody more confidence in taking that, Mike also gave out Missouri over 7.5 at plus money. I'm gonna go be taking that right as soon as we get off here. I love that play. I think that's one of the best plus money looks that you're gonna be able to get, even in a scary conference. I think that's a very good look. And then I gave out Clemson to win the ACC at plus 115. I gave out
Nice.
James Madison to win the Sun Belt at plus 325. And then I gave out a playoff parlay of Ohio State and Clemson to make the playoff at minus 104. I guess also I said if you guys want to add, I said that I played Clemson to get 10 wins and James
Yeah,
Madison to get was James Madison 8 wins? James Madison was 8 wins to get eight
yeah.
wins. So
Like it.
both of those were also slightly on the juicier side, but I think both of those are cashes waiting to happen. So appreciate you guys tuning in to our first college football video of the year. We will be back in a couple of days to drop week one's games and chat a little bit more about the season. So as always, appreciate it, Mike. We'll be back tomorrow with baseball picks.
You got it, buddy. Always a good time. Be good.
See you guys.